All right. So, I didn't really document it with video, but basically, when I took a better look at the underneath and the rear of the Corolla, it's pretty much good under there. There's only a couple spots on the sides of the bumper behind the mudguard that are really letting air in. Because for the most part, the rear tire well is pretty much flush with the bumper, and there's not really a gap behind it. So I've kind of left that alone. I did put some bolts in to fasten the lower part of the bumper to the frame again. But in the front, and I'll put a picture up somewhere on the screen of it, I was able to use a couple pieces of corrugated plastic to make a rudimentary undershield. Now I know it kind of looks haggard, but that's because it is. But I've had it on here for a few days. It didn't burn to the ground. It didn't catch on fire. So I think we're good. It's not really touching anything that's hot. So I think we're fine like that. I will say, the air conditioning on the highway now is bone-chillingly cold. Oh my gosh, now that there's nowhere for the air to escape that's coming through the lower grill, it's just going right into that AC condenser. But what we're gonna document today is I've had this little suspension clunk for a while, and I finally figured out what it was after a few weeks of hearing it and not knowing. My right front suspension strut mount has corroded to the point that it broke. It collapsed. So I went and got some quick struts and some front sway bar end links because I know I'm going to destroy those in the process of removing the old ones. And yeah, we're going to give Mr. Postman a final hurrah of maintenance here, and we're going to give him brand new shocks and springs all around. So yeah, I think that'll be pretty interesting, and it'll be funny to show you guys what the damage is, because I can't really get a good video of it on the car right now, but you'll see when I pull the old one off. It's pretty rough. So yeah, let's get started getting the car up in the air and cracking these babies open. So if you can see that in there, anywhere where there's white originally was just open to the ground. You can see in the engine bay there, but mostly in this frontal area between the radiator and the crash bar, there was this big area where air could just get up and create lots of lift and instability at the front of the vehicle at highway speeds. So I hope to see better gas mileage from this. Now, given it's not perfect, there are some gaps, but I'd really like to see like 6.2, 6.4 liters per 100 from this mod. As I went and did an excursion to my dad's couple weeks ago or a week ago, and I was getting about 6.8 or so average liters per 100 on the highway. So we'll see if this little mod, let's call it, will improve fuel economy, along with maybe some of the highway instability that this generation of Corolla seems to exhibit. Very, unstable, especially in crosswinds. I think that has to do with that, along with maybe the nature of the shape of the vehicle. It's very tall compared to some more modern sedans nowadays. So not quite Fiat 500 in profile, but up there, right? High roof line to allow for big boy headroom, Okay, wheels coming off. And we're gonna put it over here so I don't hit it. My butt. Okay. So, I've already gone and cracked open the nuts on top here. Normally these are a 14mm nut, but these are not the OEM nuts. So these are a 13, or if you're in a pinch, a 1/2 inch actually fits pretty snug. As you can see, pretty rusty, like it's not exactly looking too hot in here. And if I shake the strut, yeah, you're not really gonna see it from up here, but I promise when when I pull it out, it's gonna you're gonna see what the situation is in here. Okay, so yeah, like you can see up there, it's kind of hanging around. So we're gonna get the end link undone and these two big bolts for the strut, along with the brake hose fastener. That looks to be that actually might be a 13. Let's test out this theory with my little 13. Yeah, a little too small. I think this is probably going to be a 14. These down here, I believe, let's see, not a 21. So I think, if I recall, it's a 18mm bolt head and a 19mm nut. These should be a 16 or a 17mm. And I'm probably going to have to vice grip them to get them off because they're pretty corroded. So I'll cut away to that once I have these off. Oh my god, yeah, these are only 4 years old. I'm pretty surprised that they've lasted this long, but at the same time I'm really disappointed because, like, these are, ugh. Canada has not been kind to you. No sir. No sir. All right, so we're just about ready to take the culprit shock out. I got the brake caliper just hanging out there. Lower part of the shock is separated from the knuckle already. I did have to vice grip the end links. They started to spin, and I was gonna round the hex in the stud there, trying to hold it in place. So right now I'm just undoing the top 3 bolts, and then I'll be able to take the shock out to show you what was going on with this little fella. Oh, hello. There's one. I'm gonna see if I can reuse the OEM nuts for the top mount, because I do have them, and personally I think they're a better design, in all honesty. They're quite heavily shouldered compared to what they give you with the aftermarket strut assemblies. These are just like nuts that you can get from Home Depot, right? Compared to the OEM hardware. So I'd like to reuse that if I can, for sure. All right, just about ready to drop her down here. Oh, there's another. Hammer out the end link if I can, but it's really, fuck. Just hang out, okay? no kidding, you're really gonna fight me on this one, eh? Holy smokes. Show ya. So that's what I was looking at in there. I think this is like a spring isolator or something. But yeah, it kind of like slipped out. And yeah, I guess that's what I was hearing over on this side is the spring kind of hitting the upper mount here. In terms of I thought this would be like completely garbanzo up here, but it doesn't actually look too bad per se. Oh well. But yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. Okay, let's shoot some rust inhibitor up in there, and then we're gonna do the exact opposite of what we just did. I'm gonna put the new Monroe in. I just gotta make sure I got the correct side for the right front, and yeah, should be a lot better looking at least than what we're pulling out here. Oh my god. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I have the new sway bar end link here, and I have the old one, and I'm just gonna compare in length, and they look to be pretty much identical. So that's good. It means sold me the right part. Okay, so I'm gonna put that behind the camera here. We're gonna throw this old one on the ground, and then we're gonna put the other end link here. So now let's right here. Okay, this one's heavier. This should be the right. Oh, okay. That sounded fun. Let's crack it open because I think I have the left front up at the, yeah, okay. So here's what we got. We have the brand new strut assembly, some generic hardware. Give me 6 nuts. I guess it's if I lose some. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna spring under compression. Do not remove nut. What does this one say? After installation, vehicle height appears high. Allow coil springs to settle. Okay. Cool. So we're gonna bring this over here and drop her on the ground, and we're gonna spin it like that. Okay. This might be a left. Oh wait. Yeah, this is a left. Okay, so back in the box it goes. Speed demons. So this is kind of interesting. This one has a white bump stop, and this one has a black bump stop, and they're kind of shaped a little different. And this one has nylon locking nuts. Okay, so So that's interesting. Okay, well, let's slap her in there and get a move on, I suppose. These. So I'll set this inward and a couple bits outward. Let's see. Let's up. Okay, so pretty much I'm gonna have to put the end links in when the car is on the ground loaded up. So right now I'm gonna torque the knuckle bolts to 113 foot-pounds. Tightening these evenly always helps. That way you got even clamping force from the shock to the knuckle, because this does kind of squish in as you tighten it. Okay, that one's good. Yeah, that one's good as well. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to try and lower the car onto a brick under the control arm. That way I don't have to put the wheel on. All right, let's see. And then we're just gonna and so now if Perfect. See, I'm such a smarty pants. I'm such a smarty pants. Look at me, Mr. Smarty Pants. All right. Such a smart guy. Not really. But I can pretend in this moment, I think, that I'm a smart guy. If you're thinking of that. Alright. Now, I'm going to see... Are these 7? No. So they changed the nut size. I'm going to use my 19. Okay, so just to show you, this is what a good bearing should do. No resistance at all. And this is the culprit. Can't even turn it at all. I'm hurting myself trying to turn it. So it's seized, so it was binding, and probably what you were hearing was the bearing clunking around in there as well. So that explains why the steering felt kind of weird. And yeah, hopefully that gets rid of the noise as well. Okay, so mind my extremely messy trunk, but I already took the liberty of peeling back the trunk carpet. So here's the top of the shock. There's a nut here and a nut behind. You will have to fold the seat down to get at it. And then on the bottom, there's a bolt. That's this one. That silver nut does not come off. That's actually a welded on nut because that bolt comes out from the bottom here. And then the last one is just this bolt here that attaches to the swing beam. So these shouldn't be nearly as challenging as the fronts, and I don't have to do any end links because there isn't. As you can see, the sway bar itself is actually part of the axle, so really the only thing holding it in is like a couple of bushings and a bolt. So that's good. I don't have to change that to change the shock. So let's get started on, I guess we'll do the bottom one first. Put you under here like that. And we're gonna try and figure out what kind of bolt this is. So I already sprayed it with some penetrating oil. 21 is too big, so I'm gonna guess that this is a 19. Oh, let's see. Okay, so the bottom one is a 19. These top ones look to be maybe, gosh, 14 or 16? Something big, but not too big. So let's get this bottom one cracked. Be nice. Be nice. No, not gonna be nice, are you? Oh, wow. Yeah, that's on there good. That's on there really good. Let's see if I can slip something on the end of my breaker to take this off. Yeah. No, I didn't learn my lesson last time. Wow. Well, this is gonna suck. Let me hit the other side with some penetrating oil while this is giving me a hard time over here, actually. Okay, phone goes in the trunk. And okay. Let's see if I can make a little space on the ground. Okay. How you doing? Don't be a mechanic. It's not worth it. Nope, not worth it. No, not worth it at all. Okay, now what I'm doing here, please don't do at home. Please. Do not do this at home. Okay? Oh, yeah. Right now, Mom and Dad, cover your ears. Right now, I'm underneath a car that's only supported by the jack, and I'm reefing down. Do not do this at home. This is something that stupid idiots like me do when they're desperate and tired. Oh, hello, whoever that was. The Easter Bunny came to visit one of my neighbors across the street. That was kind of cute to watch while I was looking up how to get the shock out. Fun times. I hope you guys can see something, because I'm pretty sure you're probably just looking at my head or a black underside of a 2005 Corolla. I really should get a ratcheting attachment for this breaker bar, but I won't, because I'm cheap. Yeah, those sway bar bushings are kind of cracked up, aren't they? Oh my god. Maybe I should have gotten some. Oh well. Maybe in the future. I don't feel like it right now. Okay, so that's definitely cracked. I'm gonna hop out from under here, and now we're gonna go up in here. We're gonna start taking out these bolts. So I will return when the shock is out, because I need both hands. Okay, So I got all the bolts cracked. Now I did have to use a breaker bar on the bolts upstairs as well because they were on there really tight. So I'm expecting that I'm probably going to have to torque them very hard to get those back on. So that's going to be fun. Now, to get the one on the front side, look at how clean that bolt is. Isn't that amazing? Wow. Hyundai, Chevy, Ford. Take notes. I found that going through the back passenger door is the best way to get that front bolt. So you just sneak around in here. Helps to have a low profile 14 mil. And it's hanging out right there. So I just peel back this trim a little, put my ratchet on here, and Bob's your uncle, right? Same with this one. Just push the carpet back while you're doing this, and they'll come off. Now, I'm very worried about how I'm going to fit a torque wrench in here, personally, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, you can see that. Okay, so I got the two top nuts off. Looking clean, looking good. Now we're going to get the 19 socket, and we're going to start on the bottom one if it'll come off, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to shove this Audi bolt back in because it's looking like I'm going to ream the fucking holes out if I don't. So I'm going to get my breaker bar going here. Get this top bolt out. So it wants to come off, but it won't. Get this washer off. Oof, that's seen better days. Let's see now if I can pry it off. Lift that out of the way. Oh man. Oh wow. Yeah, that's on there really good. I think I'm gonna have to put some grease on here when I'm done so this doesn't happen again. Okay, so I got the shock off and I can see it down here. It actually says KYB. Now, I don't know what OEM they used for shocks for these Corollas when they built them in Cambridge back in the day, but I'm going to do some research because if I don't see a Toyota badge anywhere on these, but I would safely bet that these are close to, if not original. But then again, the part that's inside the vehicle looks like brand new. So, hard to say. Hard to say. Anyway, wipe my fingies off here. So this was the part that was giving me problems. You can see it's very disgusting. So I'm gonna clean this up with a bristle brush and then put some grease on there. That way this doesn't happen again. And it'll make installing the new shock a lot easier.